see from our amazing employee safety record, we take safety very seriously here at Arboreal Labs. Remember, always wear your safety goggles because we don't cover health insurance. Now, for our prospective employees, the starting wage for a chemist is $704,000.
No.
Oh, I meant to say $70,000. But if you work hard over 10 years, you can make it up to $93,000. And I'm sure with a little bribery, you can manage that in only 9 years. I'm sure you're wondering what a chemical engineer does, so let's speak to our head engineer, Alex Bergeron.
I'm only an intern.
So, what is a chemical engineer?
Well, a chemical engineer is a person who designs large-scale productions that can turn raw materials into other things into useful items that we use every day.
Why don't we take a look at some of those items right now?
One way in which chemical engineers are helping to impact our society is through the use of water bubbles. Water bubbles are made out of seaweed and calcium chloride mixture, which is completely edible by humans. Water bubbles will help reduce the impact of plastic water bottles on our environment, and will save up to 17 million gallons of oil. Generally, chemical engineers need a bachelor's degree. Chemical engineers can also work at different companies, such as pharmaceutical companies or oil and fuel companies. Chemical engineers also require a certificate in all 50 states if they are going to be offering their services to the public. Chemical engineers often use software such as Advanced Simulation Library, which is a tool used to simulate many different things, and APROS, which manages power plants. Some subfields are biochem, environmental, and materials science. A lot of math is involved, such as calculus, linear algebra, and differentiable equations.
Hello, my name is Bob Johnson. I work at Arboreal Labs designing semiconductor chips, which are chips that are commonly used in computers every day, and they are very important.
What are common sources of problems in projects?
Well, a common source of projects is when a customer comes looking specifically for us to build them a certain chip or a certain device. And oftentimes what we'll do is we'll take whatever we build and then we'll try and scale it up to see if we could sell to other companies or other customers.
So, do you work with other fields of engineering?
Well, yes, we mainly work with physicists and electrical engineers.
Do you work usually alone or in a group?
Well, we mainly work in teams.
What are you currently working on?
Well, we're developing a process to build semiconductor chips by layering down 2 different 1-atom thick layers in alteration to build up a chip.
How do you measure success at the end of a project?
Well, personally, I measure success by how many problems were solved, if the final chip could be sold to other companies, of course how much money was made, and how many units were sold.
How long does a project typically take?
Well, it can take anywhere from a week to multiple years depending on the type of the project and how many units the consumer wants.
Finally, what's your favorite element?
Ooh, that's a very tough question. There's quite a few of them. I'd have to go with silicon because it has an ideal band gap, which is a jump up in electron energy that must be energized to before they will move freely about a substance. And this is perfect for semiconductors. It can also be treated with boron or phosphorus, which have very different band gaps that change its properties. So one thing that I'm also interested in is nanocomposite materials. So that's basically when you take carbon fibers and you coat them with carbon nanotubes. So this process creates a carbon fiber that is twice as strong as regular carbon fibers. And this technology is going to be used in airplanes and other modes of transportation. I'm very interested in it because I think that it could definitely improve the way that we look at transportation, and I look forward to seeing how it's going to be used in future technology.
Interesting, isn't it? As you can see,